Sheik player, I've seen him play a little bit in doubles. I spoke to him a bit briefly earlier today,
Yeah.
but haven't seen that many results from him previously. But obviously, he must have been doing well to get this far in the tournament as well.
Yeah.
So Sheik Jig's quite a difficult matchup for Sheik, most agree.
Quite a difficult matchup, but at the same time, it's I think it's a little bit exaggerated, I would say, when people say it's a terrible matchup for Sheik. Because I do feel like she has the normals to compete with Puff in neutral. She does have big hitboxes that she can throw out in neutral.
Yeah.
She can combine that with needles, as we just see here with the platforms, in order to basically put out a wall of hitboxes that Puff kind of has to respect.
Yeah. Then we see one of the little weaknesses of Sheik there is that she got up above Jigglypuff and just getting juggled, and she doesn't have many great moves for kind of threatening the space below her.
Yeah. Puff's up air is one of the most disjointed moves ever.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to challenge, and Sheik has virtually nothing. So
most
she has
certainly.
to find a creative way to fall down if she's starting to get juggled.
Yeah.
But anyway, Poop has an edge guard opportunity. How is he going to do
rest
this?
here. Oh no, doesn't even choose to go for the rest.
Yeah,
again.
he's just going to rinse and repeat back airs, and he
nice
gets
stuff.
the second back air. So that's the first stock.
Yeah, there's good stuff there from Poopmeister. I think there's potentially an opportunity for an arms attack there from AVR, but it doesn't seem like he's got that in his toolbox and Poopmeister reacts correctly.
AVR was just at the wrong place at the wrong time and didn't shield drop from this position, so he just eats 4 back airs in a row.
And that is a lot.
That's a lot in this matchup when you're Sheik, because this is a matchup you have to win hit by hit as Sheik. You rarely get big combos unless you have very specific like positioning on stage and percent. So it's very bad for Sheik to be behind in this matchup.
I really like
Whereas Puff can kind of steal it from you. I mean, I was just warming up against Poopmeister, and he would sometimes get these really sneaky like up tilts, like tomahawk into up tilts into rest, which is very scary for Sheik.
Yeah, most certainly. I've really been liking the kind of way that Poopmeister's been keeping AVR like forced on the edge when he's coming back onto the stage. Like he's just holding his ground in the middle and saying, "Yep, you've made it back onto stage, but you need to come towards me if you want to get anything." And missed rest there from Poopmeister, but as we're going to see, very, very limited follow-up options that Sheik has. Grab probably wasn't the best, but you really can't expect more to get more than sort of 16-17% there from like a one aerial.
I think a good follow-up could have a good idea could have maybe been to go for down air.
Yeah, down air and try and get another aerial afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's obviously the best you can get. Very percent dependent, but yeah, in general, it's not like your Fox or your Falco. You can just go up smash or an F smash. And
he was keeping him cornered really well, but then he goes for this forward smash, which just cost him a shield grab.
Yeah, a little bit greedy there, I think, perhaps. No rest here, but yeah, he really is. And it feels like Poopmeister's really got this game in hand, to be honest.
And these guys are playing for quite a lot of money, actually.
Yeah.
This is, I don't think these guys have ever played for this amount of money. Okay, maybe Poopmeister has, but not AVR.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Manages to pick up that fair. Looks like he caught Poopmeister flinching there.
Yeah. Ooh.
But yeah, couple of forward airs and that is it. I feel like AVR really has been getting isolated in the air specifically quite a lot, and I think he needs to try and focus on staying grounded a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it's because his game plan is very focused on these platform needles, basically, and falling from platforms with aerials. Not that it's bad, but you need to... oh, wow, that's
straight away.
Rough start. That's definitely not the start he wanted. But I was saying, if you want to use platforms, which is not too bad in this matchup, you have to have very strong mix-ups with your shield drops. You shouldn't just always drop from the front of the platform. You should also sometimes dash away, shield drop, back air. Like, do a lot of different little mix-ups to make it hard for Puff to see where you're going. Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's got to feel bad for AVR.
That is a bit of a choke if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. And it's going to be really hard for him to bring the set back now because, to be honest, I think this game is already kind of getting out of reach for AVR. And then
like Poopmeister is just content being there. Like, he's not really, like, he has a lead. He doesn't really need to challenge these this wall that AVR is putting with the needles.
Yeah, he's going for this sort of diagonal angle down from the platform, but Poopmeister's happy to just stay outside of that zone and just say, well, you can run around the platform and throw needles as much as you like, but they're not going to hit me, and I'm winning right now.
And I mean, if he keeps being a bit predictable with this pattern of needle and fall down with a forward air like this.
Exactly, yeah, he's just...
Like, Poop is eventually going to find a way to get in, like from above, for example, where the needles don't reach
Yeah.
So
yeah, that kind of pattern you mentioned, using the needles and then running off with the aerial, like
yeah. Now Poop is countering it with full hop neutral air.
Yeah, AVR is really kind of using that as a bit of a crutch in this matchup, I think.
That's a punish. Yeah.
Which maybe indicates to me that he hasn't had that much experience playing Jigglypuff before, or maybe not one on the level of Poopmeister.
I mean, he did say that he's played Poopmeister and that it was pretty close, but Poopmeister has improved in this matchup. It used to be one of his worst matchups.
Okay, yeah.
And that's... Oh, wow.
He tries to rest it.
Was that a bait?
No, he should have...
What?
He should have punished it Zelda. Yeah, he used the toe or the F smash.
That was just a back air.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like just even quite simple stuff like AVR doesn't know the correct like rest punishes. I mean, they're not great for Sheik, but he's been getting like one grab and no follow-up, and like that's just not really enough. You need to be trying to get, 15% minimum and trying to string 2 hits together and get about 30 if you can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, jabs are very strong. Like if you manage to somehow get Puff in shield and you start pressuring her with jabs, it's so good because you can do like jab cancels.
Yeah.
There's not much Puff can do to contest that. And if she gets hit once, by the jab, you can basically get a free forward there or something. So, oh wow, and that's the second game.
Yeah.
Actually, what I see Hungrybox do against jabs is he just up smashes as fast as possible. He just like mashes up smash. And a lot of Sheik players get hit by it.
Yeah,
so that can be an option actually, but
it's one of those matchups where there are just some things as Sheik you just really can't afford to do at all, and you'll just die suddenly. And when you're playing a game of kind of attrition, hits back and forth, and then you like make one mistake and die suddenly to a rest, like it can be really crushing.
But here, for example, like AVR gets a random forward air on Puff in the air, but then he expects Puff to just fall down and to get pressure on him on the ground, but that's not what's going to happen. Puff is so floaty, she's just going to jump away. So at this point, you just have to go for...
You
just have to assume that Puff... No, not necessarily. You just have to assume that Puff is going to jump after that hit, and you have to kind of chase her in the air. Go for kind of some reads, which aren't too risky as long as you have platforms to waveland to. So... I really enjoy watching Shroomed play this matchup, actually, because he actually plays it pretty well. I mean, sure, he still loses to Hungrybox every time, but he plays it as well as someone of his level can against someone of Hungrybox's level, I would say. And of course, Plop.
It's something we've seen come into effect here. I'm not sure if AVR is aware of this, is that in the PAL version of the game, that down throw does not link into a forward air, off and up air.
That's true.
Like, a few times he's kind of reached for it and just completely whiffed. And
exactly. I mean, I am mentioning American players against Hungrybox, but they have access to NTSC down throw, so it is not the same thing. But
at the same time, it can feel like that must be a massive deal, right? Because you can't get that kill setup. But equivalently, grabbing is so risky against Jigglypuff, and we've seen HBox punish players time and time again by crouching under their grabs and then just punishing that with a rest. And
I think even if you don't get to do grab kills in PAL, you can still learn a lot from how Shroomed and Plop use aerials against Puff, how they space in the neutral, how they keep center stage, how they create their walls, how they mix up their walls. Oh yeah, at this time he doesn't DI into the platform. He doesn't want that scary tech chase that got him rested earlier. Okay, down throw. Yeah.
Managed to link a dash tag there.
That can work if Puff always DIs away in a way. Yeah. Does he get the... No. Oh, nice down smash.
Yeah, much better show from AVR here. Feels like he's found a bit of his confidence, to be honest.
Oh, this is scary. No one.
Oh, no, that's got to be it. Oh, he missed there. I'm not... Oh, yeah, it does kill. It's good. AVR kind of needed that, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think when Poopmeister respawns like that, I don't think AVR can jump or go to look for the top platform for a kind of hiding place. Like, it's not safe up there. You're much better kind of risking it and fighting out on the ground. Yes, Puff is invincible, but like at least you have the chance to maybe crouch cancel one of her moves.
Oh my goodness, he keeps DIing like the
off
wrong
the top.
way.
Yeah.
I think it's if this happens, it's because he doesn't expect to get rested.
Yeah.
But I think he should know that like Sheik's up B has just so much lag, and most Puff players are just gonna go all the way to you to get that rest. Oh, he was about to do it, but then he hesitated, so he went for some back airs instead.
Yeah, I mean, there were a few times where he went
And
for the back air or the F smash to finish it off, but... Whoa,
wow, he
weird
didn't.
kind of interaction.
Wow.
He landed and slipped off, but
yeah.
Nonetheless, Poppmaister gets the F smash and cleans out 3-0. Strong show from him there.
That was a very strong showing. So he's into losers quarters.
Yeah.